Number 10. As the successor to the T-72BM, the T-90 uses the T-80U's 1G46 gunner sight, a new engine, and heat sensing. Protective equipment includes Contact 5 reactive explosive shield, laser warning receiver, EMT-7 electromagnetic wave generator for destroying electromagnetic mines, and Shtora infrared ATGM jamming system. The T-90 was designed and built by Uralvagonzavod in Nizhny Tagil, Russia. The T-90's main armament is a 125mm 2A46M smoothbore cannon. It is a modified version of the Sprut anti-tank gun, and is the same gun used as the main armament on the T-80 series tanks. Number 9. The T-80 is a main battle tank made in the Soviet Union, first operational in 1976. Developed from the T-64, the T-80 was the first tank in the world equipped with a gas turbine engine as its main propulsion. The final T-80U was produced at a factory in Omsk, Russia, while the T-80UD and subsequent development of the T-84 continued to be produced in Ukraine. The T-80 and its variants are used in Belarus, Cyprus, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Russia, South Korea, and Ukraine. The chief designer of the T-80 was a Russian engineer named Nikolai Popov. Number 8. Leclerc is a third-generation French main battle tank, developed and manufactured by Nexter Systems. The tank is named after Marshal Philippe Leclerc de Hautecloque, commander of the French Independence Army who commanded the 2nd Armored Division in World War II. Leclerc served in the French Army, Jordanian Army, and United Arab Emirates Army. In production since 1991, the Leclerc entered French service in 1992, replacing the AMX-30 as the country's primary armored platform. With production now complete, the French Army operates 222 Leclerc units, while the United Arab Emirates Army has 388 units. Number 7. After the adoption of the Type 74, the Japanese High Command was already looking for a superior and completely original tank design to defeat the Soviet T-72. As a result, development of the TKX MBT prototype began between 1976 and 1977. Joint development was carried out by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries and TRDI. Major subcontractors include Japan Steel Works, Daikin Industries, Mitsubishi Electric. A first series of 2 prototypes of the Type 90 were developed, both armed with a Japanese 120mm smoothbore gun, firing Japanese ammunition. Following the first tank's completion, development began on the second prototype. Merkava Mk.4 is Israel's newest main battle tank. It is the successor to the previous Merkava Mk.3. The Merkava Mk.4 was adopted in 2004. This is one of the most protected tanks in the world. This MBT has an unusual design with a front-mounted engine that provides additional protection for the crew and a chance to survive if the tank is thrown. The upgraded Merkava Mk.4 mile Ruach tank is equipped with the battle-proven Trophy Active protection system, which destroys incoming anti-tank missiles and rockets. Number 5. Tanks of the Russian Army initially planned to purchase 2,300 T-14s between 2015 and 2020. In 2018, production and fiscal shortages delayed this until 2025, before Russia announced the cancellation of major production on July 30, 2018. The tank is planned to only be officially moved after all state trials are completed. In December 2021, Russian state conglomerate Rostec stated that mass production had begun, with more than 40 Armata tanks expected to be delivered. Number 4. Challenger 2 has a crew of 4. The main armament was the 120mm L-30A1 tank gun, which was an advanced derivative of the L-11 gun used on the Chieftain and Challenger 1. 50 rounds of ammunition were carried for the main armament, along with 4,200 rounds of 7.62 mm ammunition for the tank's secondary weapons, coaxially mounted L94A1 EX34 chain gun, and L37A2 machine gun. The tower and hull are protected with second-generation Chobham armor, also known as Dorchester. The M1 Abrams was developed from the failed MBT-70 project, which was intended to replace the obsolete M60 tank. There are three main operational versions of the Abrams: the M1, M1A1, and M1A2, with each new iteration seeing improvements in armament, protection, and electronics. Abrams will be replaced in U.S. Army service with the XM1202 mounted combat system, but since the project was cancelled, the Army has elected to continue maintaining and operating the M1 series for the foreseeable future with improved optics, armor, and firepower. Number 2. South Korea has accumulated tank development and production technology to increase its independence in producing weapons. In 1976, South Korea upgraded its M48 Patton tank. In 1987, the K-188 tank, designed by General Dynamics Land Systems, was commissioned for service. South Korea participated in its development and gained tank development capability. The K-1 was a derivative of M1 Abrams, designed by Americans and produced in South Korea, and its associated legal agreements limited South Korea's rights for export, logistics, and future enhancements. Number 1. The Leopard 2 is a third-generation German main battle tank, MBT. Developed by Krauss-Maffei in the 1970s, the tank entered service in 1979 and replaced the earlier Leopard 1 as the main battle tank of the West German Army. Various iterations of the Leopard 2 continue to be operated by the Armed Forces of Germany, as well as 13 other European countries, and several non-European countries, including Canada, Chile, Indonesia, and Singapore. Some operating countries have licensed the Leopard 2 design for local production and domestic development. See you in the next video. Click like and subscribe so that this channel continues to develop.